Hi, my name's Jackson Bird, and I am 2 years post-top surgery. Why does he have his shirt on then? Is that the point of these videos? His shirt should be off. Ain't happening. Here's why. Just a heads up, this video is gonna be talking a lot about body image and my own body image issues and dysphoria and all kinds of things like that. So proceed with caution. So on January 6th, 2016, I had double incision top surgery with Dr. Kathy Roomer in Pennsylvania. You can watch some of my previous videos about like my pre-top surgery thoughts and my recovery and my 1-year post-top video in the playlist over here. Now, I don't do too many top surgery updates on my YouTube channel because, well, I don't post that many updates on my physical transition at all on YouTube. And part of that's because 2 years post-top surgery, almost 3 years on T, like there's not that much to say anymore. My facial hair still won't grow past my chin. I think I found another chest hair. My scars are about the same color they were a year ago. They've faded a little bit. But yeah, that's about the extent of it. It's not as exciting as the first couple of months. But the other reason I don't post that many top surgery updates is because I don't feel great about how I look with my shirt off. Not because of my surgery results. Dr. Roomer does beautiful work. And I'm relatively comfortable having my shirt off like amongst friends or at the beach, but I definitely don't feel comfortable enough about my body to be posting lots of videos and Instagram pics without a shirt on. And a lot of the insecurities that I feel about my torso are the same ones that most guys feel. You know, I wish I had more muscles and less freckles and less of a gut. And at least 2 out of 3 of those I could be doing something about, which I do sometimes, but also cookies are delicious and I MC at a bar 2 nights a week, so being a completely healthy gym rat is never gonna be exactly who I am. And for the most part, I'm okay with that. In fact, in some ways, it makes me feel more like a normal guy to have natural insecurities about my body and to not be totally devoted to my diet and appearance. But where it stops being normal is about right down here. My hips. My hips have not slimmed down since I started testosterone like they do for a lot of people. In fact, at least the last time I measured, they got bigger because I just got bigger all over. I weigh 35 more pounds than I did when I started testosterone. And that's not all like muscle gain from testosterone. Some of it's getting older and having a slower metabolism. Some of it's being happier with myself and a little bit more money, so I'm actually eating regularly. And you know, it's pretty healthy and normal for me to have gained this weight. And while a lot of people do get slimmer hips from not everyone does. And I am one of those not everyone's. I am completely dysphoric and self-conscious about my hips, whether I have a shirt on or off. And even when I don't have a shirt on, I still sometimes feel like my hips are making me not pass, even though I don't have a shirt on. And you know, this isn't something that I like talking about online. I would much rather make this a normal top surgery update video with my shirt off and my camera carefully set up to just show the top part of my chest, angled from slightly above to make me look thinner and making sure to never show my hips in the shot. But I think it's important to talk about this because of the other reason that I hesitate to ever post shirtless pictures of myself, and that is this. That is what I see all the time. That is what me and every other transmasculine person has to compare ourselves to, that we internalize. What we dream testosterone and just a little bit more self-discipline could do for us. Or what we think we're supposed to want in order to be trans enough. And that's true for some people, but for many of us, and for so many more of us than the internet would lead you to believe, it's not true. Not everyone thinks that way. Not everyone looks that way. Not everyone wants to look that way. And T affects everyone differently. Everyone has different genetics that come into play. You can't expect that you're gonna look like all those guys with slim hips and 6-packs. Even if you do put in the work and take testosterone. Sometimes even all of that can't combat the simple genetics that you inherited. For example, could I work out more and eat better? Absolutely. And I'm working on it, but I can feel these hip bones. I know that even if I worked out super hard and ate well and lost every trace of fat on my hips, which by the way, wouldn't necessarily be super healthy in my case, my hips would still stick out because it's just my bone structure. I can't lose my bones. There is nothing I can do about that. Physically. Anyways, what I can do is work to feel better about myself and loving my body for what it is. And I know that is a tall order for people with dysphoria. I am not saying don't take steps to change your body in the ways that you can and need to. And also, I don't want anyone thinking that I am faulting all of those super fit trans guys who post shirtless pictures all the time. 1, they're hot. keep it coming. But 2, I know that so many of them suffer from insecurities just like the rest of us. And pushing themselves so intensely physically is their method of coping. I am positive that so many of them still look in the mirror and see not good enough, not masculine enough. Just like how I'm sure there are some of you looking at me and thinking, how the heck could he ever feel bad about his body? But I do. We all have individual relationships, both good and bad, with our bodies and with our dysphoria. Some people alleviate their dysphoria by pumping up those serotonin levels at the gym and working towards their ideal body. I alleviate it by sitting on my ass at a computer and making videos about it. We all have our different methods, and I am not trying to put anyone down for how they deal with dysphoria or how they do or don't feel about their own body. What I am trying to do is point out that even binary trans guys all look different. We have different body types. We have different relationships to our bodies. We have different ideas of what the perfect masculine body type looks like and if we should even strive for that. And I would just love to see that represented more. I want to see more trans bodies of all shapes and sizes. Not to mention more body positivity and love represented by trans people of color and trans people with disabilities and trans people who don't physically transition. I see a lot of those people because I seek them out. But let's work to raise those people up to the mainstream and make sure that we're not injecting any more toxic masculinity into the trans masculine experience than is already there. Let's work to make sure that trans masculine people early on in their transitions or struggling with dysphoria at any point have examples of more than just one often impractical ideal. Let's help each other see the unique, diverse, and realistic expectations of what transition can do, and how all of our bodies are beautiful and hot and masculine. So here are 3 ways that I propose we start combating the toxic masculinity in the trans masculine community. And for that matter, all forms of body shame and misogyny and homogeneity found in trans feminine and non-binary and agender spaces. First, Ryan Casada started a group and a hashtag a while back called All Trans Bodies, which endeavors to shine a light on this exact issue. So let's fill up that hashtag with selfies or pictures of trans people we admire that we get their permission from unless they're like a public figure. But let's reactivate that tag and show everyone how beautiful all of our different types of bodies are. Second, down in the comments, I want to hear one thing that you love about your body. It can be big or small or intangible. Even if you're not feeling great about your body in any way, I challenge you to think of just one thing. And finally, if you are trans, remember that your experience with transition and your body are unique to you and don't need to be held up to anyone else's standard. Having goals and working towards achieving a certain look is totally cool. Being proud of your body, no matter what it looks like, is awesome. And being uncomfortable with your body at times is also totally fine. But shaming other people for their bodies or their relationship to their bodies, whether implicitly or explicitly, is not cool. It is hard enough work to love yourself as a trans person. So how about we spend a little less time spreading judgment and a little more time spreading that love? I know I tackled a lot of big things and danced around some very sensitive issues here, so hopefully you all understood where I was coming from. I hope that some of you appreciated this and got some help from it. Before I go, I want to spread the love real quick about my friend Oliver. You might remember from some videos we made together about Fantastic Beasts back in the day. They are getting top surgery soon. I'm very excited for them. Unfortunately, their employer, like so many in the United States, is not covering any trans-related healthcare, so they are paying for this surgery out of pocket. So if you want to help out my awesome, talented, beautiful friend, I will put a link to their GoFundMe down in the description box. Despite everything I just said about my dysphoria and insecurities, it all got so much better after I had top surgery. It really is a life-changing experience for so many people, and I want to help my friend Oliver get there, just like I hope everyone else who wants top surgery can get there one day. One step at a time. As always, you can follow me on social media at JackIsNotABird. And if you like this video, please do subscribe and smash that notification bell so you always know when there's a new video, because usually it's Wednesdays, but like not always. Alright, that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.